If you've missed any of the earlier episodes of the Great Tastes series and want to see the shows and get all the recipes, go to greattastesmb.ca. Watch them when you want to watch them.
And welcome back to Great Tastes of Manitoba. It's a little like cooking in paradise out here, thanks to Barkman Concrete, who has outdone themselves. They've built us this magnificent outdoor kitchen, and we're having fun. It feels a little more relaxed outside. You got the flies joining in. It's all very fun and friendly. But we are grilling with Manitoba turkey today, and kind of a special product, Granny's Turkey. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so today we're cooking with Granny's Turkey. Granny's is a very local company. All the 58 registered producers in the province send all their turkey to Granny's for processing. So when you buy Granny's, you're buying Manitoba.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now a couple of options we're doing a barbecue turkey with fennel and dried blueberry stuffing. Sounds so fancy and exotic, but you've got a couple of options as far as turkeys go.
Yeah, so you can either buy a fresh, but if it's out of season, summertime, spring, fall, it's a little bit more difficult to find a fresh turkey, so you could buy a frozen turkey and just thaw it. And there's two methods for thawing that we recommend. So first is the refrigerator method, where you just put the whole frozen turkey in a tray similar to this in the fridge, and you let it sit there 5 hours per pound to thaw. Or using the cold water method, where you submerge the turkey in your sink in cold water, changing the water frequently, and that would take about an hour per pound to thaw the turkey.
Okay, but whatever you do, don't go like half an hour before everybody comes over. Oh, I forgot to take my turkey out.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's not a good idea. It's not one of the recommended things to do.
No.
Okay,
not
so
at
how
all.
do we get started preparing this bird?
So yeah, we'll take this foil off here.
Okay.
So yeah, we have our thawed turkey here. So what we're gonna do is we'll pour some olive oil over it.
Okay, just dump-a-rama?
Yep.
All right.
And then I'll get you to put some salt and pepper over top of the turkey.
Okay, now, do we want to spread that oil around at all?
Yeah, here, I'll do that with the barbecue brush. So when you're feeding your family and selecting the size of bird you want to pick a bird for the amount of people you're gonna have.
Right.
So you want 1 pound of turkey per person.
Okay.
Or 1.5 pounds of turkey if you want leftovers.
Yeah, it's such an important question, and that's such an easy answer, like a pound per person.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's a very easy calculation there.
That's a lot of pepper. That's okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Got carried away.
Yeah.
Now what?
So I just want to mention that we're gonna put this on to the barbecue. You're gonna want to cook it on the barbecue. So this is about 10 pounds.
Okay.
So it's going to take about 1.5 hours to 2 hours and 15 minutes to cook. But the best way to tell if the turkey's done is to use your meat thermometer.
Gotta have the meat thermometer. I have to get myself one of these things now.
Yeah,
for
so you're just going to want to insert it in between the thigh and the breast there, being careful not to touch the bone of the turkey, because that would give a false reading on the turkey. So you're going to cook it to 170 Fahrenheit or 77 Celsius.
Okay.
Yeah.
And an hour to hour and a half.
Yeah, 1.5 hours to 2 hours.
To 2 hours, okay.
Yeah. And what we're going to put it on the barbecue, so it's going to be cooked on indirect heat.
Okay.
Which means you turn the burners off.
Okay.
And you put the turkey over that side. So the heat on the other side of the barbecue actually cooks the burger the turkey.
And you got to put something over top of it?
So we're going to tent it with some foil.
Okay.
Just lightly to prevent the skin from burning.
Okay.
And then I'll get you to carry that over here, and we'll put it right here on the barbecue.
In the middle?
Or just over to the side.
Like so? This way? That way?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So these burners are off, and the burners on this side are on.
So is that offset cooking? Is that what that's called?
Indirect heat.
Indirect heat.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. So now we've got the stuffing.
Yeah, so
I
now
can't
we're
wait.
going to build our stuffing.
Okay.
So we have our breadcrumbs that I left out overnight.
Those are big breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Those are big chunks of bread.
Yeah.
So just start dumping?
Yeah, so this is some fennel that I've already grilled and chopped up on the barbecue.
Fennel. Apparently very, very healthy.
Yeah.
High in antioxidants.
And then some onion that I also grilled and chopped up already.
Now what do we have?
Yeah,
These
are blueberries, so to add a little bit of sweetness to the stuffing.
Yep.
We have some pumpkin seeds for a little bit of crunch.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like just things I would never have thought to put in a stuffing, right?
So some parsley in there.
Okay.
I'll get you to pour a tablespoon of Olive oil.
Olive oil, okay.
Olive oil?
You were pointing
Yes,
at something. I was
sorry.
trying to read your mind and it wasn't working. Okay.
Pour that over there.
Yep.
And then 2 cups of the stock.
All right. Now, the other thing is, could you put this inside the bird? Is that another option, or is this just kind
We
of an
recommend
easier...
cooking it outside of the bird because with the barbecue, it is a little bit more inconsistent than roasting it in the oven.
In the oven, okay.
So to make sure that it's safely cooked, cook
Right.
it outside.
Okay.
And then
so
we'll get you to put some salt and pepper over top of it.
Okay. 1 and 2. And what's this? Is this lemon? What is that?
No, this is actually the drippings from the turkey.
Okay.
So once your turkey is fully cooked, you want to take out about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of the drippings.
Okay.
And then pour it over the stuffing.
Okay, just to add a little bit
Add
of that
a little
flavor.
bit of that authentic traditional flavor.
And then what we would do is mix it up and pop it in there. And then what do we do with it?
We put it on the barbecue,
'Kay.
covered in foil
Yep.
for about an hour.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so you've got your turkey, you've got your stuffing, and you've got a lot more friends than you did before you started when they try out your barbecue turkey with fennel and dried blueberry stuffing. When we come back, we're going to find out what is Sheila Nash going to do with all of this, our tasty outdoor beverages, when we return on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by Manitoba Agriculture, Food and Rural Development.